What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Tars Wilson, and today we're going to be talking about another L for my Washington Commanders, back-to-back losses. This time, a much better performance compared to their loss versus the Buffalo Bills. You got a nail biter, just an overtime matchup here versus a division rival, Philadelphia Eagles. A very close one, down to the very end. We're going to discuss that. But before we do, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, as well as follow on the Fourth and Goal Sports Instagram page. And without further ado, let's get into it. First off, I just want to say we could have won this game. And I think the biggest reason we didn't win this game, was not because of Sam Howell. It wasn't because of the offensive line, which is our biggest weakness. We lost this game because of coaching. We lost this game because, quite frankly, our defensive coordinator, Jack Del Rio, had a horrible game. I mean, you could watch the game and tell, our defense is stacked with talent. We should have played better than that. And I know the Eagles are one of the best teams in the league, but they've been struggling on offense. And I expected our defense to play way better than we did. Why is Chase Young in coverage? Why is he in coverage? Why is Montez Sweat in coverage? They should be always pressuring the quarterback. Speed rushes, bull rushes, whatever it takes. Rush Jalen Hurts every time. You give him all the time in the world. A.J. Brown went off. And that's not all on our pass rush. A big part of that is because, also Emmanuel Forbes had a horrible game. It was just bad. It was just bad for the defense all day. From start to finish, I don't know what I just witnessed on the defensive end. But as far as the offense goes, way to bounce back. You put up 3 points against Buffalo, horrible performance. And you came back. Sam Howell showed resilience against one of the best pass rush defenses in the NFL, one of the best defenses. He balled out. And shout out Terry as well. He showed again. Slay can't cover him. I'm not really displeased with the way we played. It's just the finish was so deflating. It's like you did all the good things to win this game, but it comes down to the end, you couldn't finish it. And, I love the way we played on the offensive end. Jahan got it together when it counted most, bounced back after that ankle injury and the drop, came in. That last play, 1 second on the clock, Sam gets it to Jahan for the touchdown. We keep rolling, send it to OT. And that play was, after that play, it was very controversial whether or not you want to go for two or you want to kick the field goal. We decided to kick the field goal, and I wasn't mad at it, but I was hyped up in the moment. I wanted to go for two, but we send it to OT. Okay, fine, let's roll. We send it to OT. We get the ball. We're receiving. You have to score. There's no punt. That's not an option. There's no field goal. That's not an option. You have to get in the end zone. You say you're receiving the ball, that means we're all in. And when it comes to that third down play, Sam off his back foot throws it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a bad throw. That's dangerous. Could be a pick. I see him get it there. Terry, what a catch. That was a catch. I don't care what anybody says. The ref called it and said it wasn't a catch. I thought it was a catch. His feet, he got 1 foot down, and then the second foot was right on the defender's forearm, right? But the toe was slightly on that green grass, inbounds. It should have been called a catch. I think they're going to come back, review this, and they're going to, the NFL is going to review it like they always do and be like, oh my gosh, the refs were wrong, yada, yada, yada. Oh my gosh, we're sorry. The refs should be fined for calls like that. They should. It's horrible. It's horrible. It was clearly a catch. And I know it was close, but I'm not even being biased here. That's a catch because his 1 foot was clearly down and the second foot dragged. Whether or not it was on the forearm of the defender, that doesn't matter. You clearly saw the piece of his toe, the pointer of his toe was on the grass. I thought it was a catch. But then after that, okay, ref didn't call that, fine. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. We keep playing. 4th and 5, and you punt the ball to one of the best offensive lines in the league, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best run games in the league. The clock is your enemy. You give the ball to the team that's going to run the clock down, and all they have to do is get a field goal. You punt the ball in a game where Tressway was struggling all game. All game. This is Tressway, in my opinion, is one of the best punters in the league. I've heard it, I've said it several times. I feel like he's the best punter in the league. But if there was a game where he was struggling, it was this one. This was his worst game by far. He played horrible from start to finish. I feel like Tressway was horrible all game. But why are you punting? It's 4th and 5. The offense was hot. You have to go for it. That drive, you have to commit yourself to saying it's end zone or nothing. It's end zone or nothing. We weren't supposed to win the game anyway, so it's like you have to take the risk. What happened to Riverboat Ron? What happened to that? He's too conservative. You have to go for the risky plays, and I felt like that was the time to do it. You have to. You just had to. You just had to. I knew we were going to lose the game the moment they trotted us off on that 4th and 5. I saw Terry trot off. I saw Sam and the other guys trot off. I'm like, that's game. That's game. It was not enough time on the clock. And I knew Philly was going to run it down, and that's exactly what they did. The defense struggled. Emmanuel Forbes was getting cooked all game. A.J. Brown was toying with him. I don't know why. I'm a Forbes fan, but I don't know why he was talking trash to one of the league's best. I mean, I get it. You want to be confident. You want to be a DB. That's what DBs do. They talk crap. They do their thing. Be quiet when you're getting cooked, because A.J. Brown just kept getting better and better. I mean, it's a tie game. We're trying to get the ball back. Out of nowhere, he runs an easy streak route past Emmanuel Forbes for the touchdown. Gives the ball to him. And that they gave us some yards to come back for that last drive to send it to OT. But the biggest level of concern in this game was, what was Jack Del Rio doing on the defensive end? What was Forbes doing on A.J. Brown? Forbes is what, 6'1"? I think he's 6'1", 175, 180. What is he doing guarding A.J. Brown? You have Kendall Fuller, probably our best DB. You have Benjamin St. Juste. You have other guys that were sitting there that we should have made a switch. We should have made a switch from the start. From the start of the game, Forbes should have been on Devontae. He should have been on Smith. They had their strife and contention. They had their beef from the start. I thought we were going to get to see that matchup this game. I did not expect, to see what we saw. It was just a bad matchup. It shouldn't have been a matchup in the first place. And that's on our DC 100%. But as far as our offense goes, they performed well. They improved. I'm looking to see what they do versus Chicago, but man, oh man, this was a heartbreaking loss. It was really heartbreaking. I would say the pass rush on defense, shout out Chase. It looked like he was the only one that showed up today. Didn't see much from Duran. Didn't see much from John Allen. Montez. Chase was the only one that really showed up today. He hit Jordan Mailata with some good moves, and I love the way he played. But the pressure could have done better for sure. Need to improve versus Chicago. Really, the whole defense, all three levels could have been better. Secondary could have been better. Linebackers, horrible. I mean, outside of Jamin, it's horrible. I'll say Jamin had a good game, but they're just I would say our linebacking core is probably bottom 5 in the NFL. I really believe that. And then our D-line, they played solid, but they could have played better for sure. And what can I say? It's just we should have won this game. We had so many chances to win this game. You're up. The point in which you're up 17-7 against a team that's 3-0, you have to lock in and say, we're going to win this game. We're not going to let this game get away from us. But they let it get away from them like they always do. And I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, we're going to win this. Oh, my gosh, we're going to win this. I really believed it. And then guess what? Ron Rivera, once again, snatches it. He snatches the win away. And I'm not going to sit here and act like, we were, meant to win this game from the start. I'm not going to tell you I had us winning this game, because I didn't. If you go back and watch my schedule prediction video for the Commanders, I didn't have us winning this game. but it hurts because you're just so close. You were right there, and this loss might come back to bite us in the future. It really might. Um, you know, you got a short week. You're coming off back-to-back losses. Just a nail-biting loss in this one. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. What I want to see versus Chicago, can we bounce back? We showed it this week. We can bounce back. I want another bounce back game, and I want to completely embarrass Chicago. We need to come in with the mindset of, hey, we're coming to kill this team. We need to drop. The offense need to make a statement. Make a statement versus Chicago. This is one of the worst teams in the NFL. In my opinion, the worst team. They're winless. They're horrible. We should bury them. Thursday night at home, prime time. Bury them. Handle business. We should have done that this game, and it's a struggle. We really should have won this game. You win this game, you're 3-1. You're first in the division. Guess what? If the Giants win Monday night, we're last in the division. You see how fast things change? You went from 2-1, now you're 2-2, right? Dallas won, Philly won. So Philly's 4-0. Dallas beat the brakes off the Patriots. They're 3-1. Now you're third in the division. You're 2-2, right? Guess what? Giants win tomorrow. You're last in the division because you lose a division game, a key division game that you were in. This was a must-win game, and I know it's early, but you have to win those. You have to win those division games, especially when they're close. Especially against the Eagles, best team in the division. You gotta win. You gotta get it on them. You have to. You beat them last year. You gotta get this one. It was a must-win game. This one is gonna come back to bite us. I can feel it. But hopefully, we come into Chicago with the same mindset. Got to get the W. We need to make a statement. We need to on the offensive end and defensive end. But in conclusion, I just want to say thank you for watching. This is the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyus Filson. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.